Hello, everyone. It's the real Mr. Tan, and today I'm going to teach you how to solve a word problem. Eighth grade math is going to have a lot of these this year, and you're going to feel very frustrated about them. So, we're going to use a strategy called the solve strategy to break down a word problem into something that you can do using a strategy that came from the Council for Exceptional Children for Students with Learning Disabilities. So, full disclosure, this was not my own created strategy. There was a lot of research done and a lot of practice done in last year's math class to see if the strategy works, and it does. So, it's really awesome. So, let's start talking about the solve, why we're going to be doing this. The bad news for this class is math is going to really start looking more like humanities because you're going to have to be able to explain how you solve a problem. It's not just about getting the number right anymore or doing something from memory or drawing a graph or whatever, because just like in language arts, you're going to have to know vocabulary and you're going to be able to help to explain things in your own words. And worst of all, or best of all, you're going to have to write more than just the answer. Hashtag more writing. Woohoo! So let's start with an example that Mrs. Downham will give you within the first month of school. So this is problem 1-12 from the CPM curriculum in 8th grade. The question is this a word problem? At first glance, so I'm going to let you read it for a second. And the problem says, examine the tile pattern at right. On your paper, sketch figures 4 and 5. How does the pattern grow? Explain how you know. B, how many tiles will there be in figure 100? Explain how you know. Okay, so with this, the first thing you're going to do is think about drawing something, but then there's that key word, explain, which means you're going to have to write an answer in complete sentences. So, guess what? This is a word problem. Darn. So, when you see problems like this throughout your curriculum, the key is this. If it involves words, it's a word problem. Anytime you see words in math, it usually leads to a word problem. And you'll be seeing a lot of them throughout the year. So now that you know that this is a word problem, we need to shift to the solve strategy itself. For the video, I've broken down the tutorial video into pieces to represent each step. Also, the Google slide itself is going to have hyperlinks that jump to particular points in the slide in case you need to review the strategy itself. The strategy for SOLVE, which is an acronym that should be easy to memorize once you eventually get through it a couple dozen times, is state the question, organize the facts, plan a strategy, validate with the numbers, and evaluate the question. So once again, this is the gist of the SOLVE strategy, and we're going to break each step by one video at a time. And remember, if you have any questions, feel free to ask your teachers for any support or ask a student who kind of gets the strategy already. So my goal is to get you guys excited like my Bitmoji below when it comes to word problems. And you'll be solving performance tasks in a flash in no time.